Subzeroark here, and yes, the time has come. You are not dreaming. If you look to the left, or if you look at the entire screen really, you'll see that I have a layout. This took me forever, so please thank me for my 3 hours of work trying to figure all this crap out and trying to change everything. Please give this video a like and comment on it, because this took me forever. Now that I figured out everything, all the simple stuff, it'll probably be a lot easier on the next time I do it, but still, oh my god, it's just crazy. Anyway, this is an OU match. Neither of us are using weather, which is really nice. It's against a guy who has a really long name, but yeah, I just abbreviated it's GHR. So anyway, he starts out with a Deoxys speed, and I start out with my Subzeroark, thinking that I can just bullet punch away and take him out instead of having to break the sash and deal with stuff. But it ends up not even mattering, because I missab this guy and he doesn't have Technician. If I had Technician, I would have been fine and been able to 2-hit KO this guy, and I wouldn't have taken damage from Superpower, but I'm stupid, and so he gets a Superpower in, which doesn't really matter. Anyway, he goes into Jellicent, and I can't stay in there, so I'm gonna go out into my own Deoxys speed, trying to get some hazards up, and he's gonna go for a Will-O-Wisp, burn my Deoxys, lead a little fancy effect that's not really fancy at all. It's just pretty crappily edited in. Anyway, he goes into Latias, and I'm just gonna use this thing as setup fodder, and I'm just going to set up rocks and a few layers of spikes, and it's gonna be very nice later in the match when I have a layer of rocks up and 2 or 3 layers. I mean, not a layer of rocks up, just rocks up, because you don't get layers of rocks up. But yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to talk through this stallish bit, because it's not really stall, he's just setting up on me and there's nothing interesting happening on the screen. Anyway, I get my 3rd layer of spikes up right here, and here I'm just gonna start ice punching. Yes, ice punch, not ice beam. It doesn't work in 90% of situations, but in this situation it actually worked out, and I could get more damage from being burned and doing half damage. Weird. I burped there, kind of half, and then doing a 1/3 damage with Ice Beam, because he has a ton of Calm Mind set up. Anyway, I'm just gonna Ice Punch until I die, because that's all I can do. My only other move is Superpower. I'm not gonna Superpower Latias, that'll just make me do less damage, and it's not stab, and it's resisted. It's just stupid. I was hoping somewhere in here I get a freeze, just it's a random little hacks in the game, but I mean, it doesn't matter at all, really. It was just me being stupid and hoping for something that I knew wouldn't happen. Anyway, Deoxys finally dies here, and I go into Subzeroark, that I can bullet punch and do damage. See, pressure there, because I'm stupid. I don't know if I would have outsped here. I wouldn't think so, because a Calm Mindset would probably run speed EVs, and Scissor isn't the fastest thing in the world, so I'm just gonna go for some bullet punches. He goes for a Calm Mind there. Actually, a big mistake, because if he had recovered off there, he might have been able to do a lot more damage to my team. Anyway, he goes for a Dragon Pulse here and just takes Subzeroark down, which, isn't that bad. I kind of counted on Subzeroark dying, so I could just bring in a guy and take out that little tiny bit of HP left. And I go into Gengar just so I can Shadow Ball and take it out. Now, this is a Specs Gengar. This Specs Gengar, amazing set. Why? Because no one expects Specs Gengar. They think, oh, I can, stall them out with their Life Orb, or they won't do enough damage if they're lefties. But Specs Gengar does a ton of damage and doesn't take damage from Life Orb. See, look at that. Specs Shadow Ball almost takes out that Gliscor, catches him off guard, so he can't go for a sub. Also, in my battle prior to this, I went for a Spec Shadow Ball against a Volcarona. He was expecting Life Orb, which allowed me to screw him over, because he knew he could survive a Life Orb one, but he couldn't survive a Specs one. Anyway, he's going to go into Jellicent and then switch out into Vaporeon, which I found kind of odd, because you'll see here that Vaporeon will live the Shadow Ball. So if he had just stayed in, if he had just gone into Vaporeon in the first place, he probably could have gotten a Scald off on me. So I don't know. That was quite an odd play, as he was like, "Wait a minute, Jellicent's Ghost type crap." But anyway, I'm just gonna switch out because I am Specs, and this is sadly my version of Salamence that carries Dragon Claw instead of Fire Blast. My version on PO carried Fire Blast, but I hadn't updated it for Pokegen, and on my save file, so I could only Earthquake this guy, rather than being able to go for Fire Blast and do massive damage, which kind of sucks, but it doesn't end up making much of a difference. It just makes, the score a little better for him, and if you haven't figured that out by the fact that I just spoiled it, and the fact that it's kind of obvious I'm going to win this game, because I'm just going to be able to EQ, this Ferrothorn, Gyro Ball me, I won't really care, and I'm just going to be able to go back into Gengar and Focus Blast this, Ferrothorn. God, I can't remember anything today. I keep making this weird-ass sound when I can't remember anything, which you guys probably find really annoying. Anyway, Focus Blast is going to take out that Ferrothorn. It's going to go down, and then he's going to go back into Jellicent, and I'm just going to have to switch into, Rotom here, so I can, like, God damn it, my train of thought just, gets wrecked, and I can't do anything. I go into Rotom here, because I'm locked into Focus Blast, and clearly he's a Ghost type, so I'm just gonna trick him here, get some lefties, he's gonna get locked into, Recover, and so now I'm just gonna be able to Volt Switch out, and go back into Gengar, go for a Shadow Ball, and win the game. Obviously, I'm getting a little ahead of myself, because I haven't even Volt Switched yet, but, yeah, that was a good game. I'm just gonna call you GHN, because that's a lot easier to say than your really long name. I found this using the Smogon Wi-Fi battle finder thingy. It's been turning out to get me some good battles, and, actually I disconnected. It's funny, the only time I've ever gotten a disconnect is on the Smogon battle finder. I've gone on Cerebi multiple times and never get disconnected, which is kind of funny, but yeah, I was sweeping someone with a Butterfree, and they just disconnected, which is sad, because I kind of wanted to upload that, but I've been getting some good NU matches, and some good OU matches. Those are my two more favorite tiers at this time, other than, Ubers, which I really love to play, because it's fun as hell, but no one ever plays it, and I saw someone playing it. I'm just gonna tell this story, because I got a little time after the battle, because I was AFK when I was recording this, because I was eating, and so anyway, yeah. Oh yeah, so I was in a match, I was in an NU match, and then I see in the little request place that someone's requesting an Ubers match, and I'm like, don't leave, let me finish this match, and halfway through the match I see them leave, and I'm like, no! Oh, I was so close to getting an Ubers match. And then for a long time I had my stats looking for battles, looking for NU or Ubers game, and no one ever challenged me, and then I change it to looking for OU, NU, or Ubers, and then someone challenges me. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be an OU game, and he's like, can we do NU? Okay, that sounds good. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this battle, this long battle, and me rambling all the way into the end. If you did, be sure to leave a like rating for my trouble getting this done, and leave a comment on the layout, what you think about it, and if you think you'll enjoy more of my content, please subscribe. That's all for today. Goodbye.